Thank you very much, Ma'am. It is also my pride and honor to be your guest the speaker for this afternoon. So welcome once again to our HiTeach 5 Novice Training. Once again, I am Geraldine Moreto, the team model is Further Education Coordinator of Bayorbor National High School. Let me first acknowledge our 339 participants this afternoon. Right, thank you so much for being with us today. And it is my honor to be your speaker. Okay, so for today, we are going to discuss 4 topics. All right, so the first topic will be entering the smart classroom. Okay, so for our topic number 1, I'm going to discuss and teach you how you are going to log in and start with your HiTeach 5 application system. Now for topic number 2, we're going to unbox commonly used technology tools like the interactive tools in the HiTeach system, and I would like you to be familiar with the different features of HiTeach 5 system. Now for topic number 3, it is entitled Synchronized Classroom Interactive Tools, wherein we're going to have our teaching demonstration. You'll act as my student, and we're going to have a very engaging interaction. And for topic number 4, we have here Sokrates Platform and double green light instructions. All right, so dear teachers, that will be our topic for this session. Are you all excited? Can you show me your thumbs up in our Zoom meeting? Okay, can I?
Sa third floor.
Okay, so thank you. Mopel Salas, yeah, teacher. Paula is next, and I can see a lot of thumbs up there. Now, I know that you are all excited for our session because you have a lot to learn, for this HiTeach 5 system. But before that, I would like to make sure that all of you have already downloaded our HiTeach 5 system in your laptop. So, for those who haven't downloaded yet or installed their HiTeach 5 system, this is how you are going to do that. So you need to go to your web browser and then search HiTeach 5 download. After you search HiTeach 5 download, you will be directed to the Have-A-Clue website where you are going to see this display window. Now you're going to choose the first one, HiTeach 5, which is compatible for Windows 10 by 64. Okay, so it is compatible with Windows 10 and Windows 11 preferably. Now, after you click on download, you have to wait until it will be installed in your laptop. And then you will see this icon. Okay, so this is the HiTeach 5 icon. May I see the hands, okay, of those who have downloaded already the HiTeach 5 system in their laptop. Can you please show me a thumbs up or raise a hand? Okay, thank you so much for those who are responding. So how about the others? Okay. All right. So in case you haven't downloaded yet, I'll give you time later during our Energizer for you to be able to download the HiTeach 5 system. Okay. So the next one, another important matter that you have to do prior to the training session is that you have to download HiTeach 5 app on your smartphone. If you have not yet downloaded, okay, let me emphasize that. If you have not yet downloaded, but if you already have your HiTeach app, then you're good to go. Okay, so can you please raise your hands, those who do not have yet their HiTeach 5 app in their mobile phone? Raise your hand for those who do not have yet. Those who do not have yet their HiTeach 5 on their smartphone. Okay, so I can see some who are raising their hand. Now, to download HiTeach 5 on your smartphone, you can scan the QR code here for Android or iPhone iOS. Okay, and after that, you will be directed to this site. Okay, so once you have installed in your mobile phone our HiTeach 5 app, you need to register in 2 options. First, third-party binding. Okay, you can register using your Facebook account, your Google account. Okay, and the other option is through phone or email. So for those who have already downloaded their HiTeach app on their mobile phone, you don't need any more to register. Okay, again, this is only for those who have not yet downloaded. Alright, so what are you going to see with your HiTeach 5 app? Now, after having the HiTeach 5 app, you can proceed. We can then proceed with our actual hands-on activity later. Alright, so another important matter that you have to do for you to be able to be awarded with a license after the training session, you must be registered in our courses or in our session for today. If you have done this already, again, you don't need any more to register again. Alright? So, for those who are going to download their HiTeach 5 and HiTeach 5 on their mobile phone, I hope you can do it now while our program is ongoing. Now, what is the use of that HiTeach 5 that I ask you to download? Okay, so the HiTeach 5
Or
has a
just
wide range of functions such as compiling picture personal data, remote control of HiTeach, and receiving information to register an account to start using it, and the same account allows you to access all the services pages of the team model work. All right, Hi stands for HiTeach, while the TA stands for Teacher Assistant. When we say Teacher Assistant, this will help you. Okay, this will help you do the actual activity using the HiTeach 5 system. So without the HiTeach 5, you will not be able to execute lessons using your HiTeach 5 system. They go together. Okay, so the HiTeach 5 and the HiTeach system. Now, allow me to emphasize this part. You can log in your Google account that you used to join my IES course. You don't need to register multiple accounts. Once you log in using your Google account, then you're going to use that. Okay, for today. Okay, how you log in using the IES course? That's how you are going to log in again in the next session. Okay, so for this one, this is how our HiTeach 5 looks like. So as you can see, we have here on the first image the data and benefits. You can see there how many spaces you have in your cloud system. Okay, in your IES. You can also see there the materials that you have there, the question bank, the test paper, and the activities that you have in your cloud. Now, for the second image, we have here the smart education use. So you can actually view that in your HiTeach 5. Okay, so on the second one, you have here the news on brand new dual AI gadgets and the T model coupon, which you can apply on. Okay, so we'll just click on that and then apply. All right, so for the third one, this is what we are talking of, the remote control HiTeach. To allow the teacher, of course, to execute the lesson using the HiTeach 5 system. And we have on the fourth image or in the fourth tab, the notification. So you have there and you'll see there your AI Sokrates summary notice. And on the next one, we have here the account information where you can see clearly your profile. You can also edit your profile. You have there the extension information of what benefits you have from our HiTeach 5 system, and you can log in and out. Now, I wanted you, of course, to access your own HiTeach 5. Alright, so I wanted you to access your own HiTeach 5. You can use your mobile phone. Okay, and then look for the HiTeach 5 icon. Okay, like this one. Alright, so then you can see all of these images. Okay, right at your phone. Alright, so if it is now clear with you, we can then proceed with our energizer. Well, you are while you are exploring your HiTeach 5, and while others are still downloading or installing their HiTeach 5 system and HiTeach 5 as well, let's have this short energizer, okay? So for us to have an overview, what you should expect with this HiTeach 5 interactive system. Are you familiar with the gibberish? Okay, are you familiar with that? Can you show me a thumbs up if you're familiar with this? Yes, the gibberish. Yes, ma'am. Thank you so much, Paulina. You are very active. All right. So this is to provide the capability to identify words with a similar pronunciation. So this time, allow me first to start our lesson for us to conduct this activity. And okay, so while we are waiting, okay, to launch my personal IES, I want you to go to your web browser. So preferably it's a Chrome tab. So please proceed to your Chrome and then type in web IRS or irs5.tv. Okay, so please proceed to your Chrome tab and then type in irs5.cc. Can you do that, dear teachers? Okay, are you now on the irs5.cc site? Again, go to your Chrome tab and then please type in irs5.cc. Okay, so once you are there already, please type in our classroom number. Okay, so our classroom number is 195369. And for our P number 9601. Okay, again, our classroom number, this is our original classroom number, 195369, and for the P number is 9601. Okay, once you are done, you have to look for your name on the list. Okay, and then click join class. I'll be waiting for my students here. Let me check. Wow, Ma'am Amor Dulce. Okay, Early Bird, Marie, Malungkanan. Okay, who else are in class? Again, please go to your web browser, type in irs5.cc, and then type in our question code for your. Alright, so we have here 10 over 300 participants. Since we are too many, okay, I will give you 30 seconds to join our Energizer activity. Go to your web browser, irs5.cc, and then type in our classroom number and PIN number at the top. And then look for your name. It might be hard for you to scroll down and look for your name, but be patient. Last 5 seconds, and we're going to start. Alright, so time's up. Whoever are inside our class will get a chance to participate in our Energizer activity. Okay, so guess
Wala, papasok ako din sa online ng sir.
So for our first gibberish word or phrase, can you guess? Okay, guess the gibberish using your IRS clicker. Okay, using your IRS clicker. Whoever is the fastest speaker will get the opportunity to answer. Let us see who is our fastest speaker, who is our active participant for today. Buzz in, any number. Yan, Mom Janet Diaz. Okay, I'll give you already a point because it's active. Okay, yes, Mom Janet, can you guess the gibberish? Mom Janet, please unmute your microphone. Mom Janet. Ma'am Janet, yes. And then
Refrigerator.
number 2. Refrigerator. Can you help me spell it out? Ma'am Janet? All right, Ma'am Janet. So since your answer is correct, marks for that. So see how active our participant is. Another one. So can you guess the phrase here, the gibberish phrase? All right. So again, anyone who wants to answer, must be our fastest clicker. And 1, 2, 3, and go. What is that? Sorry, can you read your full name? Is it Cedric Salvador? Is it Cedric Salvador?
Yes, ma'am.
All right. So did I pronounce it right? Sir Cedric.
SpongeBob SquarePants.
It's SpongeBob. I'll give you points. Alright. So siguro you are a fan of SpongeBob, sir. Alright, thank you so much for that. Another point we have here. Okay. Anyone who wants to answer must be our fastest clicker. Go. Alright. I cannot read only the name, but Ma'am Marie, calling the attention.
Jack of all trades po. Jack of all trades.
All right, Ma'am Marie, I'm gonna tell you first your full name because it's cut here. Your full name, ma'am?
Again po?
Ma'am Marie,
Yes po?
what is your full name? What is your full name? What is
Jack of
your
all
full name?
Jack of all trades po.
Jack of all trades. I just want to know what is your full name, ma'am?
Ano na ng bayan po.
Marlene Colong Bayan. Alright, thank you so much, ma'am. So the third word is Jack of all trades. Alright. How about another one here? Okay. So whoever wants to participate, please be our fastest clicker. Oh, Sir Cedric again. Very active, Sir Cedric. Yes, Sir Cedric.
Hide and seek.
Hide and seek. Let us see. All right. Very good. 1, 3 points for that answer. Very participative. Okay. So thank you all so much for that. But we still have last one. All right. Wait a minute. Let me acknowledge the question from our Zoom meeting. How to buzz in po? Okay, so for you to be able to buzz in, you need to be the fastest clicker. So you have already your IPS clicker. You will see their numbers. Okay, so you will just click on any key or the buzzer. You will just click on the buzzer. Okay, once you click on the buzzer, whoever is the fastest clicker from the system will be flashed here. Okay, the fastest. All right. So for the last one, let us try. Okay, who will be our fastest clicker this time? Ready to listen? Go. Ma'am Lily Ann. I do not know the surname. Sorry na. Ma'am Lily Ann.
Sir, potato chips po.
Potato chips. Let me see. All right. Very good. Ma'am Lily Ann. 3 points. Alright? Did you enjoy that very short activity? Okay, did you enjoy the short activity, dear teachers? You see
Yes, po.
how interactive the class will be, alright? So for the short moment,
Po masyado. Mahina po kasi na
you'll be able to get the attention of the students and then, okay, you'll make them highly engaged, okay? Of course, as the beginning of the class starts, alright? Dapat din natin okay, so before we move on to our topic number 1, answering this more question, once again, I would like to make sure if all of you already have your HiTeach 5 in your laptop. Okay, do you have HiTeach 5 on your laptop, your teachers? Can you please show me a thumbs up, please, so that I will know and I will acknowledge if you already have your HiTeach 5 in your laptop. Or if you still need more time to download it. Yan, I can see some thumbs up now. Okay, we can now proceed because I expect that you have read our guidelines and our installation procedures. Okay, so we are now about to enter our smart classroom. Are you all excited? Are you excited? Are you excited, teachers? Parang medyo may delay ng teachers na. Anyway, okay. So, what do you think, okay, is inside the smart classroom? What do you think is inside the smart classroom? Okay, may I call on somebody from our class here? Let me call on Ma'am Paula de Guzman because she had a very nice picture out there. Yes, Ma'am Paula, are you there? Ma'am Paula? Ma'am Paula?
Afternoon po.
Oh, Ma'am Paula, good afternoon. All right, so Ma'am Paula, what are you expecting in the classroom?
Na lang po yung signal.
Ano ba siya?
Wait, Ma'am Sherry, are you trying to say something?
Para may pakinggan yung sounds.
Have one sound. Ma'am, I suggest that you will use headset or earphones for you to have a better audio settings. I suggest that you have earphones or headset, please use it, ma'am, so that you can hear it much better. Okay? But Ma'am Paula, can you hear me now? Ma'am Paula, can you hear
Yes
me now?
po.
Hey, Ma'am Paula. So, Ma'am Paula, what do you expect from a smart classroom?
I hope we could learn something new for our learners to be impart to them.
Okay. So, what about the pictures of a smart classroom, ma'am? Are you expecting something of the pictures of the smart classroom? How is it different from a traditional classroom?
I think it will be more innovative one than the things that we use in the classroom.
Thank you so much, ma'am. That's good to hear. Thank you. How about Ma'am Gregoria? Ma'am Gregoria, are you still with us? Can you hear me, Ma'am Gregoria? What about you? What are your expectations of a smart classroom before we enter the first topic? Ma'am Gregoria, are you there? Malabo po ang dating ng audio, Ma'am Geraldine. Is it the same with others po? The audio? Is the audio the same po with others? Medyo malabo? Because from our side po, we also have here a laptop that is connected to the Zoom meeting as well. And it's clear from our side. How about the others po? Opo, malabo po. Mahina po ang audio. Okay, so I think I just have to move closer to our system. Okay, how about this one? Is it much better now? Medyo may it's loading. Okay po. Okay naman po sa amin ang audio. That's good to hear. Okay po. The audio is perfectly fine. Thank you so much, ma'am. Loud and clear. All right. So I think we can then proceed with our topic. All right. So again, I would suggest if you have your earphone, you better use it. Okay, so entering the smart classroom for the first time. Okay, so what are we going to do then to enter our smart classroom? This is our team model system structure. So allow me first to elaborate on this part. This is actually divided into two portions. Okay, so those on the left side, numbers 1, 2, and 3 are the systems used for in-classroom discussion or for classroom instructions. While those in the right side, number 4, number 5, and number 6 are used to gather resources, to keep the data, to keep the records, and even to keep the lesson recordings. Okay, so let us begin discussing the first one. What is HiTeach teaching system? Okay, so you will see this icon from your laptop. Okay, once you have downloaded HiTeach 5 system. So this is intended for teachers use to be installed in PC, netbooks, which is Windows 10 and 11. Again, this is intended for teachers to be downloaded in their laptop or desktop computers. Now, number 2, the TA icon must be in your mobile phone. Okay, so it must be installed in your mobile phone, iOS and Android phone, and it is also intended for teachers use. Okay, TA stands for teacher assistant. So as you can see, okay, from our image here or structure, we have here the arrow pointing to our HiTeach 5 system and to our TA, meaning they go together. Okay? For you to be able to execute lessons in HiTeach 5 system, you must have your teacher assistant tool in your mobile device. This is the HiTA 5, and this is the HiTeach teaching system to be installed in your laptop. What about number 3? Okay, so number 3 is the IRS system. Okay, so this IRS system can be a web-based or it can be a remote taker. Okay, here in our school, we have here our remote IRS. But the most convenient IRS taker for students are their mobile IRS or the web IRS. So you can have this sticker. So we are fortunate to be given this system by Habo Group. So this is the remote picker, the remote IRS. But do not worry if you didn't have a remote picker. It is more convenient to use the web IRS system, which you have used a while ago. Diba? You went to your web browser and then you type in IRS finance to see, and there you go. You have your web IRS. Okay, so the web IRS is for students use. Okay, that must be installed in their phone, either in netbook, internet, or a remote reader. So this is intended for the students to participate, to interact with the class of the teacher. Okay, how about number 4, number 5, and number 6? So as we can see here, from the logo or from the icon, there is a cloud. There is a cloud graphic or illustration. Okay, because this IES, A+1, and Sokrates are cloud-based platform. Okay, number 4, the IES cloud platform for teacher. This is how it looks like. Control Alt Tab. Control Alt. Control Alt Tab. Wait, I'm going to show you how an IES looks like. Okay, so this is our IES platform for the teachers. So you can see here, I have my course list. Okay, there is a tab for resources or other materials, activity, and task list. So this is how an IES cloud platform looks like. For the teacher, okay, where the teacher can create his or her course list, okay, and visit the activities of the students. Now for the second one, okay, for the second one, five, how about the e-classroom cloud platform? So a while ago, okay, I allow you to view my IES cloud platform. Okay, so that is intended for the teacher. Now, the students also have their own cloud platform, which is the e-class one cloud platform, where they can view, they can review the tasks, the resources, or the materials uploaded by the teacher. Is it good? And of course, we have another picture here of the HiTeach T-model system, which is the Sokrates Platform. So the Sokrates Platform, okay, keep all the records of the teacher with regards to the lesson recording. Okay, the lesson recording, the videos, the T-Live and the V-Live will be seen there. Okay, allow me to show you how it looks like. So here is my Sokrates platform. So we have our Sokrates channel, Bayorbor National High School, and this is my Sokrates channel, right? So you can see here latest video, recommended videos. You can also browse here double green videos, all right? So like my previous lessons. So these are my previous lesson recordings. Okay, so say for example, I click on, all right, wait, hold on. Okay, so I will click on my very first teaching demonstration. So when we click on that one, okay, when we click on this one, we can see there the lesson video recording, and also we can access our P-Line scores. Allow me to scan first. You don't need to scan. I will be the one who is scanning the code, all right? For me to enter to my channel. Okay, so hold on. I will show you that. Okay, so this is my very first divisional professional sharing showcase. As you can see, we have here 6 tabs. The video itself, the report tab, okay, the report tab, where you can see the score, okay, the technological and pedagogical application, the e-note, okay, which comes from your PowerPoint presentation with annotations, the PPC plan. Of course, teachers always do their lesson plan, but P-model also has its own format of lesson plan, the material, and the observation form. Okay, later on, we are going to elaborate on the Sokrates channel. But now, we are going to proceed with our next slide presentation. Are you amazed with the pictures of our system? Okay, so I hope this will exceed your expectation to the smart classroom. Okay, now, okay, we are going to do our actual hands-on activity. Since you have already downloaded HiTeach file system from your laptop, you are going to click. Let's not click. Are you trying to say something? Ma'am Andy? Alright, so again, okay, allow me to repeat my instruction. So look for this icon in your laptop, dear teachers. Look for this icon in your laptop. Now click on that, double click. And once this login page appears, you are going to log in, okay, to your Google account or your phone, if that's how you log in for the first time. Okay, again, you can now log in using your Google account. All right, and I hope I can see your screenshots, send it to our GCP. Okay, send it to our GP. While you are doing so, of course, I'm going to monitor your screenshots. All right, I'm waiting. I am waiting for the screenshots to be sent. Very good, Ma'am Julianne. You're the first, okay, to open your HiTeach file system. How about the others? Hyacinth. All right, thank you so much. All right, so how about the rest? Allow me to give you, okay, allow me to give you 2 minutes time for you to be able to launch your HiTeach file system. I want everybody to launch their HiTeach file system. Your teacher is very with me if I cannot give a hard react to all your screenshots. Anyway, I'll do that later, okay? And I can see it up to date. Ayan, Ma'am Melba, Ma'am Luz. Okay. We still have 1 minute and 25 seconds to go. I want everybody to launch their HiTeach 5 system. 1 minute and 15 seconds. Way to go, dear teachers. So then after the training session, you will be able to use, to practice, to utilize your own HiTeach 5 system once you receive your license. Of course, you will not be having a license if you will not participate in our training session. Okay, very good, ma'am. May Marian, Crystal John, Felicissimo, Kimberly John. Last 40 seconds. Way to go. Nag-back ulit. What do you mean, ma'am or sir? Maybe because of the internet connection. Don't worry. Okay, don't worry po. Just rejoin our Zoom meeting in case we'll leave the meeting due to weak internet connection. Okay? 10 seconds. Time's up. Okay, that is for our first actual hands-on activity. Okay, so what should be done after that? Janet, are you trying to say something? No, Janet? Alright, so dear teachers, after you launch your HiTeach file system in your laptop, of course, the next thing to do is to make sure your students will get into your class. So I'm going to teach you how you're going to create a local student course. Yes, so this is how. I hope you will follow. You have to click on Hi. Okay, and then once you click on Hi, you can choose the third one, which is the local roster settings. Okay, then after you click on the local roster settings, this is what you are going to see from your desktop. Okay, so we have here. Okay, I will click on plus icon from the local course video display. Then right after that, Ma'am Jen, please help me do this. Okay, so let's type in the class name. Say for example, TLE Einstein, because Einstein is my advisory class. Okay, so TLE Einstein, then you have to click on next step. Okay, when you click on the next step, you can then start listing down the names of your students. Okay? Say for example, you're already typing in the name of your students. So you see, very basic, okay? So you just need to have your encoding skills. and capability. Okay, so you need to type in the names of the students. So I have here the AI masterclass teachers, okay, plus our documenter for today. Thank you so much, ma'am. That is enough already. Alright, say for example, I have here 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 students that will automatically be listed from our years in that sitting arrangement. Okay, on how you type it, that will be the default sitting arrangement for the students. For the sitting arrangement is like the student number. Okay, so generates to be student number 1 or seat number 1. And then advice is seat number 2, Sonny Mendoza, seat number 3, Jane Leran for seat number 4, Glenn Lewis for seat number 5, Mary Grace Labosta for seat number 6, and Andeline de las Alas for seat number 7. In case we wanted, okay, in case we wanted to reserve or to skip a seat number, we can go back to the edited, we can go back to this part and then please pick in the comma. Say for example, you want number 6 to be skipped. So we will include here yan to this comma. Alright, yan to this comma will be number 6. Alright, 6. And let us check the preview. Done. So meaning number 5 seat has been skipped. Okay, or has been reserved. Alright? So in case you wanted to skip a seat, you will just leave that number and then everything else follows. Okay, so that will be the first option in how you are going to create your local course list. Now, we can then click on go. Okay, so of course, confirm your course list. So you can see here, I already have TLP Einstein. All right, now, of course, I want you to do the same thing. But before that, here is another great picture of our local course list. You can also make groupings because with the teachers, we also make groupings in our class to allow collaboration and teamwork among our students. So here, in our smart classroom system, this also allows us to do the same thing, to do group setting of our students. So I'm going to make group, okay, so group number 1. Group 1. All right. So,
Wait.
okay, so you will do the same thing, dear additions. All right. So please listen attentively. So we have your group 1. I will confirm it. All right. So I will click on confirm again. Also, we have it here. Now we're going to have another group, which is group 2. Okay. So allow me to confirm it again. Okay. So once you have this one, we can actually do the drag and drop. All right, so we can do drag and drop. Okay. But if you cannot touch it like that, you can do some automatic grouping. All right, so you can do automatic grouping. So since we have 2, are you sure you want to group orderly? All right, so we have here group 1 and group 2. So that's how local course list features allows you, okay, to list down the names of your students and of course to do group settings. Now I want you to do the same. Okay, I want you to do the same. So everybody, please, okay, please go to your hi icon and then please choose local roster settings and do what I have done just a while ago. I will be giving you 2 minutes time to do that. Okay, 2 minutes time. Ready? Okay, once we're done, please do not forget to do a screenshot and then send it to our GC. Okay? Send it to our GC. Let me see how you make your local roster settings. If you have questions, clarifications, dear teacher, please feel free to drop a message in our chat box in the Zoom meeting. Wow, very fast, Ma'am Celine. Okay, Ma'am Celine. Sir Felicitimo. All right, very good. Ma'am Anna, Ma'am Elvira, Ma'am Kimberly Joy. Wow, very fast learners, okay? So we already have lots and lots of screenshots appearing into my GC. Okay, sige na po, please continue to send in your screenshots. Okay, you still have 1 minute and 40 seconds. Here you go. While you are doing so, I can also start my lesson. Start with about
Para sa sunod na. May timer.
One minute. Way to go, dear teachers. Keep on sending in your screenshots. Again, your participation, your output is required for you to have your own license like us. Okay? You'll be having your very own HiTeach file system license. You'll be able to do this kind of execution in your kitchen. Okay, thank you so much, Ma'am Janet, Giselle, Ma'am Melva, Ma'am Joanne. Okay. Create your local course list. It can be up to 5 students only for now. Okay? Alright, so we only have 5 seconds. Of course, time's up. Alright. So time's up, everyone. Aside from our local course list, okay, we can also start the lesson and choose our course, be it the list from our school IES, personal IES, like what I have shown you a while ago in my IES course list, or the one that you have done just now, the local course list settings, or dynamic listening. So there are many options for you to choose from, to choose a course. So when you click on start lesson, allow me to do it right now, okay? And then please observe how I'm going to do that, because later on you're going to do that also, alright? So I will start lesson, then I will choose my course, of course, the one in my IES cloud, and then grouping. I'll show you how we did here in our HiTeach system and click the start. Alright? So when I click on start lesson, this is what will appear. In 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Alright, so here it is. Okay, so we have your 4 knobs. This is the school IES. This is one in the IES Cloud platform. Okay, so ito, nandito po kayo, dear teachers. This is where you are listed from our T-Model Basic Workshop 2023 0606. Alright, so we have local courses from the previous local course classes. And when you use dynamic listing, okay, meaning you will accept new participants. Those who are not in your course list, those who are not in your personal ideas, you can do a dynamic listening. Say, for example, it's an impromptu. Okay, it's an impromptu class execution. Okay, so you can set the number of groups you want and the number of students that are going to participate in your class. But as of this time, I will be using, of course, our personal IES. Okay, since you are registered into my IES now. Wow, how do you understand it? It's overwhelming. Okay, so this is our personal IES list, but later on, my dear teachers, let me emphasize to you, when you are going to start lesson later on, you are going to choose local course, the one that you made just a while ago. Is my instruction clear? Yes, Mandisi, are you saying something? Mandisi, are you trying to say something? Question? Alright, so I think it's just accidentally clicked. Alright, so again, dear teachers, medyo makilit ako, but I will again give you my instruction. When you start your own lesson, you're going to choose on the local course that you have recently created. Okay? So for me, I'll be using our personal ideas, and then I'll show you how I'm going to group this course list using this system. A while ago, we used the local course setting, but look at it now. All right, so look at the faces we have there. Very nice smile, all right? Very handsome and pretty pictures of Congressional District 3. Okay, so how? Sorry, Congressional District 1, sorry. So as you can see, this 300 participants, okay, it will be hard for a teacher, of course, not to do some interactive activities without grouping them. So in this case, I will create the group, okay, group 1. I will create another group, okay, group 2. I will create another group since you are 300. Okay, group 3. I will create another one. Group 4. Group 5. I can make up to 10 groups. Okay, so let's make it 10 groups. Alright, so we have here 10 groups, dear teachers. Now, how are we going to group these 300 students? It will be hard. But let's make our life a lot easier. We have here options where you can group the students, okay, into sequence, number sequence. Another option that you can do is the S grouping, okay, S group. And the other one, which is also the easiest, is of course the random grouping. Okay, I like that random grouping. So can we do that? Mom Jen, can you help me type 10? All right. So let us compare. Okay. So let us compare the random grouping again. Wait, let me do that. Okay, let me compare that one. And oh, our previously 300 participants is now grouped into 10. Okay, so we have your group 1. Again, this is in random grouping. Okay, group 2. Group 3, you can see there your faces, your beautiful smiles, your pictures. Okay, group 5, group 6, group 7, group 8. Okay, group 8, 9, and group 10. All right. So since we already have our groupings ready, okay, we can then now start our lesson. So of course, you will have here a notification. The group data has been changed. Of course, yes. Do you want to say anything? Yes, course, then confirm and start. Alright? So we now have our groupings for our class, and this is what we are going to use for today's session. Okay, allow me to click on yes. Now I want you to do the same thing, dear teachers. Okay, after you launch your HiTeach file system, you have created a while ago your local roster settings. Now is the time for you to click on the start lesson. Do not be afraid. Okay, so click on the start lesson and then choose the local course you have clicked on a while ago. Okay, so now let me proceed with our next presentation. As you will observe, since I have clicked on the start lesson at the top, okay, it changed to end lesson. Okay, so we will just click on that if you wanted to end the session, the interactive session. Wait a minute. Acknowledge the message of Ma'am Dolorosa. Good day po, dito po nakikita. Wait, can you flash that, Sir Sunny? Di ko po nakita sa group ako. Ready po ba naman? Alright. So, sige po, Ma'am Dolorosa. Alright. This is how you are going to check on your students. So, first, diba, on our first meeting with our class, we don't start with the lesson proper. We of course first check the attendance of our students. So I will click on this student's icon. Okay, I will click on that to check who are already into our class. But of course, you haven't joined me yet because I just have started my lesson. Okay, so this is what will appear to that. Yeah. All right. So this is our attendance. All right. So please refresh on your IRS clicker, my dear teachers of CD1. This is now our classroom number and pin number. I think it's just the same a while ago. Okay, so just refresh on your IRS5.cc. Join me once again. IRS5.cc, please join me once again. Okay, so that I can see our updated attendance. All right, so IRS5.cc, we have here Ma'am Donna, Sir Jeffrey, Ma'am Kimberly, Ma'am Eliza, Joel, and sino nga po yung nagtanong a while ago, Ma'am Dolorosa. Ma'am Dolorosa, what student number are you po? May I know, ma'am? What student number are you po? Ma'am Dolorosa, are you there? Ma'am? What student number are you po? Maybe Ma'am Dolorosa cannot hear me clearly, alright? So this will be our attendance. As you can see, with our attendance here in our HiTeach 5 system, we can set the attendance into present. Okay, into present. Wait, hold on. Okay, present. Alright, hold on. Patience is the key. Alright, so we can set the attendance into present, into absent, into sick leave, personal leave, alright? So that will be for our attendance. Sige, balikan ko po later si Ma'am Dolorosa. Ano po? So now, again, dear teachers, we are about to unbox the commonly used technology tools. End of lesson po lalabas, that means you already started the lesson na. That is good already. Yes po. Pag end lesson po lalabas, that means you have clicked on the start lesson already. Like what we have here in my display window. Okay po. Alright, so hold on po tayo. Allow me to lead the unboxing of our commonly used technology tools. Okay, so in this first half, so this is the HiTeach basic interface. So dear teachers, of course, before we proceed to the more complicated task, okay, to the more exciting part, of course, we have first to be familiar with the basic interface of this HiTeach system. So we have here the first one. Okay, these are the lesson information. So as you can see from up here, sabi niyo po kanina, and lesson na nakikita niyo. That's good po. Because that means you have started already. Okay? So, end lesson. Okay? This is the part where you can start and end your lesson. We have here the time duration. Okay? How long is the task running already? Then this one is for the number of slide presentations. So we are in our slide presentation 24 over 60 minutes. Okay, yes, we have here our profile, right? We have the floor code for our class. Okay, when I click on that, I can allow my students to scan the QR code and then easily join the class. Now, right, so that is for the guests, sorry. Now, this is for the attendance, like what I have showed you a while ago. And these are our class number and the pin number. So that is what composes our lesson information interface. Now on my left side, okay, on my left side, look at this one, we have here, of course, the teaching resource area. So what is the teaching resource area? This is the part, okay, or the icons where we can fetch our teaching material. So when I click on this folder icon, this is what will happen for up here. Okay, so you have there your TBSL school, the IES now system, web image search, preset resources, and you have there your local profile. So this is where the teacher will get all the learning materials, like the PowerPoint presentation, like the pictures that you have there that you wanted to put into your slide presentation. Okay? And the good thing about this, it already have different clip arts that are, of course, suited for other subjects. Say, for example, you wanted to give recognition to the students, okay, during your class interaction, if you wanted to award students, we have here awards in arts, okay, for those who are teaching math, okay, we have here chessboard and chess icons for clip arts. Okay, we have here for those who are all right, so next we have here different efforts for food. All right, we have here music, the notes, and you don't need any more to draw the notes because we already have it here. Right, so that's for the teaching resource area. Okay. Alright, so there is a technical problem. I will end the lesson first. Sorry for a while. And let's just restart it again. There is no problem with that, dear teachers. And also, when you are doing like this execution, you are going to just click on the start lesson and then proceed with your class. But so far, so while we are waiting for it to restart, how are you feeling right now, dear teachers? Can you give guys feedback? Anyone? Okay. May I hear honest feedback from Adeles and did I pronounce it right, ma'am? Adeles and Punyab. Hello there, ma'am. Thank you for opening your camera. That's why I recognize you. All right. Ma'am Adeles, can you hear me? Ma'am? Ma'am Agnes, can you hear me? Ma'am Agnes, can you hear me? Your microphone is muted. Ma'am Agnes, your microphone is muted. May I request you to unmute your microphone and give your honest feedback while we are waiting for our guest to respond. Yes, Ma'am Agnes? I think Ma'am Agnes cannot hear me. How about Sir Don? Sir Don? Sir Don? Your teachers, can you still hear my audio? Your teachers, can you still hear my audio?
Yes, ma'am. Why po? Why? Sir Don is here.
Hello there, Sir Don. Sir Don, from
Yes
what school
po.
are you po? From what school are you po?
Principal. Principal.
Sir Don, you are the principal of what school nga po?
Daklang Lao, Gregory Gosilo National High School, City of Calaca.
Shout out po sa inyong school, Sir Don. Sir Don, did I get some honest feedback from you so far? Since you are already in our 24 slide presentation, how do you feel right now, sir? We have
Pardon,
a
ma'am.
system.
Pardon. Not klaro yung sound niyo, ma'am.
Yeah, sir, not clear. Okay, Sir Don, I will just ask you a little feedback for our session while we are waiting for the lesson to restart. Yes, Sir Don?
So far, ma'am, it's okay.
Do you find it interesting, sir?
Yes, ma'am.
Thank you so much, Sir Don, and shout out po sa inyong school. Alright?
Thank you, ma'am. Welcome po.
For being with us.
We are
Alright, so I
participating. Four po kami.
hope
Four po yung we are participating for the teachers.
alright, sir.
Palima ako na. Bali, ma'am, 5 po kami, 5.
Wow,
For teachers
thank you
and
so much,
school head. Yes po, ma'am, yes.
Thank you, sir. I hope you could join us all throughout the session.
Yes, ma'am, yes po.
Okay po, so to continue with our lesson, so aside from the lesson information and the teaching resource area, another important interface or picture here in our HiTeach system is, of course, the teaching tools that the teacher are going to use in the execution of the classroom instruction or classroom teaching. So these are the teaching tools area. And this part, at the bottom part of the Windows display, is the data interaction area. They know it will only appear when the synchronous teaching function is turned on. Okay? So the data interaction area will appear only if an action from the synchronous teaching is already turned on. And last but not least, of course, this will be our display area. Okay, so the total space in our screen here is our display area. All right. So from our teaching tools.
Alin po, ma'am?
Okay, hold on.
Nakapula, ma'am. Nakapula. Wait lang.
Okay, let us wait for the next slide.
Yan,
Yes, you can see there are a lot of teaching tools that are waiting for you, dear teachers. Okay, so there are a lot of teaching tools that are waiting for you to execute, okay, or to manipulate in your classroom teaching. So let's have here the pictures, okay, where you can do some AI text analysis and spotlight. Okay, we also have your ruler for math teachers. Okay, we also have here the different activities that we can provide a student, like the pop quiz, can be single, multiple, true or false, and closed sessions. Okay, there are also options here where we can fetch our IES Cloud exam files. All right, this is an icon where we can find all of the interactive tools. And of course, we cannot elaborate on that all because that will consume so much of time. But later on, we are going to do an interactive activity so that you will be familiar with all of this. Okay, are you excited to use all these teachers? All right, don't be afraid of the items that you're seeing here because sooner or later you will all be familiar with all these tools. All right. So we have here the process on how you are going to use your material. So in the traditional classroom teaching, my dear teachers, we are using our PowerPoint presentation, right? We can actually do the same thing here in our HiTeach 5 system. We can also use our PowerPoint presentation. We can also use different visual materials. Now, we have here three different options, okay, on how we are going to fetch or launch our teaching material. Let us first have the first option or process, which is to do screenshot and annotation of your materials. So here, you can see three important icons. Okay, the first icon is used to minimize. Okay, to minimize the display window of your HiTeach because you are going to look for the material that you are going to take a screenshot of. Now, the second important icon is the pen icon, which will be used to screenshot your material. And for the third icon, which is hide, allows you to go back to the HiTeach file window. Okay? So we are going to do it right now. Okay? Do not think. All right, dear teachers. So we're going to do the first procedure, screenshot and annotation of your teaching materials. So let me do it for you. Okay, the first thing that I will do, I will click on this icon, minimize. After I minimize, I'm going to look for my material and then take a screenshot. And of course, I have to go back to the HiTeach system. All right, again, and 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, do not blink. All right, minimize, and then I'm going to take a screenshot of this window. All right, so I will use the pen icon. And it will automatically be here in our display area. You see that? Okay, that's magic, right? So we have done the first method. Okay, so to screenshot our material. Say for example, okay, I wanted to write something on this material. This one, okay, so I would like to underline the T model AI is smarter school. Okay, and then I wanted you to, of course, to see this icon. So I'm going to write on that. Meaning from your material, from the screenshot of your material, you can annotate. You can write on it. Okay, dear teachers, so you can freely write on the material that you have screenshots so that you can elaborate, okay, or emphasize on matters, on the details from your materials. Okay, now, aside from the screenshot and annotation, the option where you can use your material is our favorite, okay? Using or utilizing our prepared PowerPoint
Doon sa
presentation.
doon
With
sa
that, even
election,
our
dalawang papel ang
PowerPoint
ginamit.
presentation is about budget. Yes, so Mona Lisa, are you trying to say something? Mona Lisa? Do you have question? Do you have question, ma'am? Okay, so I think it's just an accident to unmute the microphone of Ma'am Mona Lisa. Okay, so I'm going to show you this time the second procedure on how you are going to use your materials. Importing the PowerPoint, okay? So we are going to use this icon. Allow me to do it for you, but before that, let me explain the procedure. So we have here the process of selecting our material. May I call on somebody from our class to read on the following? All right? Ma'am Eliza, the very beautiful Ma'am Eliza Joy. Ma'am Eliza, are you there? Can you hear me, Ma'am Eliza Joy?
Hello po, ma'am. Good afternoon po.
Hello, ma'am. Very sweet voice. All right, Ma'am Eliza. From what school are you, ma'am?
From Bayorbor National High School po.
And so, from Palete? Did I hear it right?
Balaytige po, ma'am.
Palay?
Balaytige po.
Sorry, sorry, ma'am, because I am actually not a teacher of Batangas province. That's why I'm not that familiar with all the places. Well, it's so nice to meet you, Ma'am Eliza. All right, Ma'am Eliza, can you help me read on the content of our PowerPoint slide?
Yes po, ma'am. Okay
All
po.
right.
After
Very well.
selecting a file in the teaching resource area, the system, medyo covered po yung side, ma'am.
Covered.
Po, yung kasunod po ng system.
Ma'am, carry on. Provide different
Provide different operating options for different file types and different HiTeach modes. External open the file with the computer's application, not open in HiTeach. And then attach, put in HiTeach as an attachment, only as an icon and not open. Import, insert the file into the current page without clearing the current page. Open, clears the current page to open the file. This option is not available after start lesson. Save the file to this PC. Self-paced test, start a smarter classroom assessment. This option is only available after start lesson.
Okay, thank you
po.
so much, Eliza. All right, so this is how you are going to import your PowerPoint presentation. I know, dear teachers, you have a lot of PowerPoint presentations in your laptop. So you're going to do what I will be doing right now. So you're going to click on the folder icon. Okay, once you're headed onto this display below, you're going to choose one local file so that you can select the PowerPoint stored from your device. Okay, so you can then select which PowerPoint presentation are you going to open. Okay, so I will click on the first PowerPoint presentation, and do not forget to click on open. So when you click on open, this is what Ma'am Eliza have read a while ago. So we have your external open option attached to the file or to import. Okay, so I want you later on to click on import. Okay, in case you're going to fetch your PowerPoint presentation, please do not forget to import. Okay, then after you import your PowerPoint presentation, then you will proceed. Okay, then your PowerPoint presentation will be and your slide presentation will be added in your slide presentation. Okay, like what is happening right now. Okay, so this is our opening program PowerPoint presentation. So, and that is option number 2, my dear teachers. Okay, after importing the PowerPoint presentation, all right, so after importing our PowerPoint presentation, the next thing or the other option that you have, okay, the other option that you can use or fetch your material is, of course, using our teacher assistant tool, which is the HiTeach. All right, this one, okay? So from here, okay, we are done with the first procedure, done with the second procedure. Another option to use or to fetch your material is with the use of your HiTA5. Okay? So I will be getting my mobile phone because later on I'm going to use it to fetch my material. Okay? So here, when I scan the QR code, of my class, I will be able to turn my HiTA5 into a remote control clicker. Okay? And once it is already in the remote control clicker, I can click on this photo icon. So that I can take a picture or browse the images file is stored in my mobile device and present it to my class. Okay? So let us do that one. Okay? Let's do the actual demonstration. So I'm going to click on the QR code. I want to join, of course, my class. All right. So allow me to scan my code. You don't need to scan my code, my dear teachers. Okay. So once I scan the code, okay, once you scan the code, this is going to appear, okay, to your mobile ITA file. All right. Allow another ITA. My dear teachers, do not scan the QR code. Okay. I will be the only one to scan the QR code. Again, I will be the only one to scan the QR code because I'm going to turn my ITA5 into a remote control. So I will choose remote control. And then this is what will appear from my ITA5. Wait, hold on, my dear teachers. Again, you will scan your own QR code. Okay, but this one that I have shown you is my QR code. Again, I need to scan it again. Okay, oops, dear teacher, I'll be the one to scan the code. All right, hold on, dear teachers. Okay, I'll be the one to scan the code. Huh? Okay, and then we're going to choose remote control. Ako talaga, napaka-active ng aking mga participants. Okay, naunahan ko na po kayo. Alright? Naunahan ko na po kayo. Okay, I already have my HiTeach turned into a remote control. Okay? Alright, so let us now proceed again. I'll be doing the step 2. Okay, I will click on the photos tool or icon, and I will show you, okay, the beautiful people of Bayorbor National High School. Wait, hold on. Not log in because others are still attempting to scan the QR code and access. Okay, wait, hold on. May I join it, my dear listeners? Alright, wait, hold on. Can you scan the code again? Alright.
Group 3.
Let's scan the code, dear listeners. Please allow me to scan the code. Okay, remote control. Okay, so wait.
Inabot na ang lobat ng pagayong gayo.
Nalobat na po si ma'am. Sige, ma'am. Sorry, but I am having trouble with my HiTeach5. Okay, it's not lagged in or abnormal. Sir Johnny?
Yes.
Sir Johnny, in my HiTeach5, it said there that because HiTeach5 is not lagged in, but I already scanned the code. It says here that abnormal. The photo or upload function is abnormal. All right.
Okay, I will reply this teacher.
Again, sir?
I will reply this teacher.
Okay. Okay. You
Please
just do
carry
the
on.
screenshot? You mean you will just do the screenshot? Okay, so maybe we will just go back on that part later. No, since we are having trouble with our HiTeach file. Okay, so again, when you do this procedure, you will then be directed to the selection of the photo that you wanted to be based on your PowerPoint presentation. Okay, so let us proceed with the next one. Okay, before we move on to the third topic, of course, I would like you to do the actual hands-on activity. Now, among these three procedures or options in getting your materials, you will just choose one, okay? One level for your issues, okay? You're going to choose one among these three methods which you are most comfortable doing with. Is it the first one to take a screenshot and annotation? Is it the second one to import your PowerPoint presentation? Or is it the third one which you're going to use your HiTeach 5 application to upload your paper materials? Okay? I will be giving you, of course, okay? I will be giving you, of course, 2 minutes. I think 2 minutes time is enough for you to take a screenshot of your material. Okay, it has to be launched into your HiTeach file. Again, whichever method you are most comfortable doing with. Okay, it can be option 1, 2, or 3. Your time starts now.
Ano job natin mo? Job natin mo.
Hello, dear teachers. Once you're done fetching your materials, please take a screenshot of that and send it to our GC. Thank you so much. Very good, Ma'am Anna. All right, so I'm still waiting for the others. We have 30 seconds left for this task. I want all of you to learn how you're going to fetch your materials. Either ways, okay, whichever you're comfortable with, you can go use your materials and launch it to your HiTeach file, okay? We have your output from Anna, from Aljon, and from Elvira. Wow. I'll put some heart react. Okay. Because I'm not holding pen right now. A while ago, it's hard, to put heart react because you only have 2 hands. All right. Yes, another output from Jenny Rose. Okay, so it's already time. Okay, our 2 minutes time has ended, and now we're going to move on with the third topic. Okay, so after unboxing the different tools in HiTeach 5 system, now we're going to do a synchronized classroom interactive tools. Okay, so for you to experience the highly engaging features, salient features of this HiTeach 5 system, I want you to join my class. All right, again. Those who have not joined yet, this is our classroom number. 195-369, and for our P number, it's 9601. Okay, please go to your irs5.cc and then type in our classroom number and P number after. Okay, joining our classroom number, please look for the names. Okay, your name on the list of 300 participants. All right. So once you're already into our class, let me check. Let me check the attendance. Again, my dear teachers, for you to be able to get your free HiTeach 5 license, you have to be actively participating our session. Okay, so we have here Ma'am Donna. Okay, we have here Ma'am Donna, Ma'am Maureen Ilagan, Ma'am Kimberly, Sir Donato, Ma'am Eliza, Ma'am Sheila Marie, okay, and many more. How about the others? You need more time to enter to our class. Okay, I will give you 1 minute. I'll give you 1 minute to join the class. Everybody, I want you all to participate and be rewarded with HiTeach 5 license. 1 minute time to join the class starts now. I have received a message from Mama Lu. Mama Lu, what is the problem po? Mama Lu? What is the problem po? Mama Lu, are you there? Mama Lu, are you there? What is the problem po? Mama Lu daw cannot join. But you have entered already. I can see here that you already have your IRS speaker. May problema po, Mama Lu? Alright, wait, hold on. I just like to remind everybody po, ano po, so for your HiTeach 5, okay, the HiTeach 5 po is different from our IRS speaker. Okay, the IRS speaker, for you to go here, you need to go to your web browser. Okay, you will be acting as a student for now at this moment. Okay, let me clarify that definition. Okay, so the IRS sticker will be used for you to interact with my activities. Okay, so dear teachers, those who are doing some screenshots or sending some screenshots on their HiTeach 5, okay, just hold on with that. You can open another tab, go to your web browser, preferably Chrome, your Chrome tab, and then please type in irs5.cc. Once you're already in irs5.cc website, you can then type in our class number. Okay, so our classroom number is 195-369. And for our P number, Okay, PIN number is 9601. Okay? So, pag dito na po kayo sa IRS 5, that's easy, and you have seen this image or display window, okay, you can now type in the class number and PIN number, and then don't forget to join class. Once nag-turn na po siya ng ganito, that means you are ready to participate into our activity. Okay po? Pwede po bang i-screenshot video sa akin? Yun po inyong IRS sticker. Send it to our GC, my dear teachers. Okay, I'll go monitor the screenshots you'll be sending it. Very good. Ma'am Jenny Rose. Okay, how about the others? Very good. Sir Cedric, Ma'am Anna, Ma'am Sheska. Yes, tama, Ma'am Sheska. You can also use your laptop. Okay, to go to our IRS system. Ma'am Petty, Ma'am Malu, Ma'am Marites, and many more. Very good, dear teachers. You're now catching. Okay, I understand that sometimes you're being confused with the IRS and the HiTeach. Okay, but I know and I believe, okay, you will all be familiar with this. Okay, so let me check once again our attendance. Who are in our class right now? Ayun, dumami na. Very good, dear teachers. Ano? So, madami na tayong participants. Alright? So, for us not to run out of time, we're going to proceed now with our activity. Of course, those who have officially joined our class, okay, will be able to participate in our interactive activities. Okay, so here, as I explained a while ago, we have three different settings for the attendance of the students. Okay, it can be present, personal leave, sick leave, official leave. All right, so say for example, Ma'am Adelia can be present, okay, can be official leave, can be personal leave, sick leave, okay, or can be absent. Alright, so that's how you're going to manipulate the attendance area of the system. Okay, so next, another picture we have here, the points, of course. In every activity, the students are always eager to have or to earn their points. Okay, so once we click on the students icon, okay, we will be able to give our students specific points or individual points. Okay, we can give them individual points. All right, let's give one. Pwede pakita naman. Yan, one. All right, so to those specific individuals, okay, and for our IRS scores, okay, this is the result, okay, of their IRS activity. Now, aside from that, we can also merge the individual points of the students to their group points. Of course, diba? The students are always competitive, okay? So they always want to earn points. That's why it always has to be reflected or shown. Okay, now, after doing the pointing system, again, I would like to emphasize that IRS score page automatically calculates the scores students get. And again, we can merge the individual score to the group scores. Another picture of this HiTeach system is it allows the teacher to actually push the PowerPoint presentation, to push the materials to the students' IRS later. Say, for example, I'm going to push this page to you. I will click on this icon. To push this material to your IRS clicker. Alright, it's not there. And I hope you have received the material already. Okay? I'll do the same thing with mine. Okay, Jen, can you help me? access web IRS. So like what I've told you, even in, not in your mobile device, you can also do the same thing in your laptop. You can proceed to your browser and then type in irs5.cc, and then you can have this interface. All right. So wait a minute. 195.369 and then 9601. 195.369 and 9601. I'll be joining the class too, don't worry, okay? I'll be joining with you, of course. Okay, let us join lesson. And I'm going to look for my name. I am registered into our class also. I'm student number 17. I'm student number 17. Okay, I can see my name already. Yan. I will click on my name and then click on OK. And so I can show you, okay, what it is that I'm talking about. This is it. Okay, so because I push this material from your IRS speaker, from the IRS speaker of the student, they will be able to view the file. Okay, so this allocation push, okay, you can send the current page, any computer file,
Malakas. Ang problema, wala naman akong headset.
Yes, Ma'am Jeanette. Any problem? Ma'am Jeanette Gonzalez? Any problem, ma'am? Okay, I think we can proceed now. Movable object-based pages and different pages. So, pag sinabi push, right? In Tagalog, tulad. So, pwede natin ipadala or isend yun to our students. So, from the teacher's file, we can then send it to our students. Okay, let's go back to the page. All right, so another one is the activity interaction. So no need to present the questions. Instant Q&A, see data, simple multiple answers, purpose, close questions, and what's in. Sa ating classroom, walang uso, recitation. Okay, we are calling the students who are raising their hands. This time, okay, in our smart classroom, we will be able, okay, to give equal participation to our students through the activity interaction. Okay, so ito po, yung icon for us, okay, to allow single or multiple answers, true or false question, and posting. Okay, so again, this is the icon. All right. So this is the icon that you're going to click on once you wanted to choose for an interactive activity. Another, okay, synchronized teaching picture is the assignment. So no need to present the questions. Pwede po tayo mag-collect ng mga works, collections, or output of the students. Tayo, their teachers, we are used to pass things forward. Alright? Here, okay, we can get their task using this icon. Okay? So when you click on this icon, I can choose from image file, from audio file, or even from the different data or file that we will send to me. Okay? So say for example, let us try it later. Okay, let's just try it later. Okay? Let's start with this. So first, after the teaching, okay, instructions of the teacher, there must always a need for assessment or evaluation. Now, in our teach time, it also allows the teacher to give assessment tests. Okay, so you will just click. Okay, you will just click on the next icon. This one, okay, for you to be able to create or to fetch the different assessment tools. Alright, so I hope You are now familiar with the picture synchronous as on this HiTeach slide. Now, first activity. Strategy. Okay, so for our first activity, dear teachers, I want you to use your IRS sticker. We will be answering a single answer task this time. Okay, so using your IRS sticker, you are going to choose which among the images or pictures best describes a 21st century learner. Okay, for this task, I will give you only 30 seconds to key in your answer. Is it option 1, 2, 3, or 4? Okay,
Wait,
is it time already?
may pumili pangalan pa.
Okay. I'll wait for your answer first, of course, so that I can count. Alright, so hold on. When you see that the blue, okay, that the blue squares has turned into red, that means those students who are in red color shade, they have sent in their answer. So you can call on the attention of those who are still in blue shade, okay, to please key in their answers. Okay, so this are the students who have already sent in their answer. I can see from the survey the result, but before that, I wanted to key in my answer also. Okay, so allow me to key in my answer for this task. Which of the picture best describes the 21st century learner?
Sabihin mo, wag piliin ang pangalan.
Okay, my dear teachers, when you're going to select for the name of the students, you have to look for your own name. Okay, so it won't be duplicated. Alright, so I'm going to choose my answer. And here you go. Alright, so let us see if my answer has already been registered. And put it number 7. Okay, yeah. Now we can reveal the results of the answers. Alright, and this is it. Majority of the class, 99 among the class, answered option number 2. But there are students who answered a different option. Option 1 and option number 3. Let me call in somebody who answered option number 2. Again, my teachers, please look for your own name, alright? So it won't be duplicated. How are you going to call on the attention of those students to justify their answer? You will just click on that option and then select this randomizer icon. Okay? Let me call on
Ayaw pa rin man.
somebody who answered. Okay, Ma'am Rochelle. Ma'am Rochelle, can we hear your explanation why you answered number 1? Ma'am Rochelle? Ma'am Rochelle, are you still with us? Ma'am Rochelle? I think Ma'am Rochelle is not yet ready to give her explanation. I will just call her another one. Number 1, Ma'am Viviana.
Hello, good afternoon po. Naririnig po ako?
Yes,
Naririnig po
ma'am.
ako?
Yes, ma'am. Loud and clear.
Afternoon po. Naririnig po ako?
Yes, ma'am. Loud and
Pakinig po
clear.
kayo, ma'am. Pakinig po namin
Yes
kayo.
po, good afternoon po. Apa. So, sinagot ko point number 1 kasi hindi lang based on 21st century learners, hindi naman sa based on through computer lang naman. Pag sinabi natin 21st century learner, student-centered. So para sa akin, medyo parang kasi meron din silang, sabihin niyo pong nagkakaroon sila ng yung pong nagko-compare din sila and then pwede rin naman siyang within, yung pong may kapares, kung may kapareha na natututo sila. And then, dahil nakaranas nga rin po tayo ng pandemic, so may mga modality rin tayong ginamit like yung modular natin. So, parang na-apply din po natin as a 21st century learner, hindi lang through computer or internet. Pwede rin pairing. Ano yung pairing? Ayun pa. Yun po.
That's a very good answer, Ma'am Viviana. Okay. With that, Ma'am Viviana, ano po, ang si Ma'am Viviana, are you familiar with your group, ma'am? Your group 3, okay? So, group 3 will have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 points, okay? So, Ma'am Viviana, with that also, I can give you a point because you have successfully justified your answer. And of course, I'm going to look for your name, ma'am. Okay, so
Thank you.
One, 2, 3 points. Okay. So with that, you can see, you can call the attention of the students based on the option that they answer. So all the options will be accepted on this part, but we will stick to setting our answer because mostly the 21st century learners and what they're adapting to the technology. Okay, so I will send answer for now as option number 2. Look what will happen. Alright. So makita ko, it is color orange. Okay. Now it turned into green. Because green in the survey or the charts is or reflects or represents correct answer. Okay. We can give them to those who got answer. Okay. We can also change it. Aside from the bar chart, we can make a pie chart presentation of the result on our single answer test. Okay po? Now, aside from that, we have another activity. Okay? So, I'm going to single answer question. Now, I want you this time to type in your answer using the pop quiz closed question. So, the closed question, right, is this fourth option. Okay? Is the fourth option. Now, I want you to describe a 21st century teacher based on its capability, based on the character. Okay, you can give a definition of what a 21st century teacher is. For this activity, I will give you, okay, let's make it quick, as quick as possible as we can. 30 seconds, type in your answer. Just give me at least a word that best describes the phrase of a 21st century teacher. Okay? Okay. 10 seconds. Have the answers. Nothing. Time's up. Let us now reveal the answers. Okay? So it's not just one activity, okay, that you can do in HiTeach 5. So from here, we can do some flip cards, okay, to show the answers of the students, while the others were not able to key in their answer. Now, for us to have a better presentation of the student's answer, we can click on this icon, okay, for our AI text analysis. Okay, so in AI text analysis, it can be through classification, can be through keywords, through cloud presentation, and we can recompute the data collected. Okay, but for now, since I wanted to see different colors of your answer, a different type of presentation, I'm going to choose a cloud presentation. Okay. Isn't it beautiful? Alright, so this one, so you can see here, is the cloud presentation based on your answer. So we can see most of you answered innovative. Okay. 21st teacher, yes, century, creative. Okay. Flexible. The use of technology, of course, and many more. So that's how you are going to present the closed question. Again, it can be classified. Okay, it can include the keywords based on the answers given, and you can do a cloud presentation like this. Okay, isn't it interesting? All right. So let us now proceed with our next activity. Okay. So what about single answer? But there are sometimes teachers, the options, okay, the options of our answers, we can have multiple answer. Okay, based on the option. Like this one. I want you to select which among the following. So it's like a review activity because we have discussed about this a while ago. Which among, sorry, which among the following C model system applications are intended for teachers? I will highlight on that word, intended for teachers. Okay, so again, this is like a review activity by your teachers. When I see multiple answers, you can click on not just one option. Okay, 1, 2, 3, or more answers. So for this task, I will give you 30 seconds. Okay. 30 seconds. I'm gonna key in my answer as well. Mojen, can you help me move on to the top? Iron is speaker. I will also strengthen my answer.
Nawala ang gawan. Parang wala.
Alright, so let's just wait for them to be, wow, very, very good. We already have here one answers, okay? We are getting more responses this time. Okay, so let us look at the chart. Wow! Okay, this is colorful and this is so interesting. Not all the options, okay, we didn't have here blank option. But now, okay, we're not prolonging the answers. So the correct answer for this, let's take a look once again. Which of the following system applications are intended for teachers? Allow me to just call on at least somebody from the class. A vision state. Mamaila Ocampo, are you there? Mamaila, can you please share with us your answers? Will this affect the chance of getting a license from HiTeach? Though, if the problem is because of some technical glitches, okay, or your internet connection, then there's no problem with that. We're going to talk on that later. Ano ba? We're going to talk on that later. All right, Mamaila, are you there? Mamaila? Mamaila? Let us call her. Sir Arnaldo Alvarez. Sir Arnaldo, what are your answers? Sir Arnaldo? Sir Arnaldo, are you there? Sir Arnaldo? Okay, wala po. Ma'am Glendale, Ilagan. Ma'am Glendale? Ma'am Glendale? Ma'am Glendale, are you there? Alright, so, okay, so for us not to consume so much of your time, I will then set
Yun.
not to come. Yes.
Makinig na ba?
Yeah, Ma'am Glendale, I can hear you now. Alright, Ma'am Glendale.
Naririnig po.
Yes, ma'am.
Meron ka ma'am sound, may sound ka po.
Okay po. Ang answer ko ay 1, 5 at saka po 3. Kaya lang ang na-answer ko lang po is 1 and 5 po.
Ma'am Glendale noted. Can you also, ma'am? Can you hear me, ma'am?
Again po, ma'am.
Can you hear me po?
Ma'am, medyo choppy po.
Medyo choppy. Okay. Medyo choppy. Okay, so we're going with that. I will be giving you po a point. Alright, so I'll give you na lang po the score. So your answer from Daniel is what?
1, 5, and 3 po. Pero, ayun.
Okay, then I'm going to set now the answer. Okay, 1, 3, and 5. Let us see the result. Okay, so look at that. 67, 29, and 51 answers the question correctly. Clap, clap, clap. Alright? So we can actually paste this result, okay, to our page to know, that it correctly. Now, after doing so, since you already know who got the correct and incorrect answer, we can push another material to the specific people. First, to those who got the correct answer, okay, I'll be using the pie chart. To those who got the correct answer, I will be pushing the page which reflects the correct answer. Okay, so I have here a specific page which reflects the correct answer. Okay, then I'm gonna push it to those who answered it correctly. Okay, so push. Did you receive the correct answer page? Now, for those who got the incorrect answer, I will be pushing a different material to them. It will be a review material so that next meeting, say for example, they can answer the test correctly. So I will push that part where I discuss about the different pictures. Okay, so I will push the part.
Taas pa, taas pa. Sige pa. Sige pa.
Alright, yan, this one. Page 19. So those guys, the incorrect answer will be receiving, okay, page 19. Okay po? So that's how it goes, dear teacher. So all of our students will not be left behind. So in case they get incorrect answers, there is still chance for them to answer it correctly next time because we push material for them as their reference. Okay. So next, aside from this class, okay, look at these images, my dear teachers. So for this activity, we're going to use again the bus and game. So like what we have done during our energy, sir, whoever is the fastest paper will get a chance or opportunity to answer. You're going to spot the difference of these two, okay, of these two homework offices, okay? Because since the pandemic, I know many of us, okay, many of us has been used to decorating their own home or work office space. Now I have here two slightly similar pictures, okay, but you need to help me find their difference, okay? Let's do the bus game, dear teachers. Whoever wants, okay, to share his or her answer must buzz in now. Okay, Ma'am Hyacinth. Ma'am Hyacinth, are you there?
Hello
Yes,
po,
Ma'am
good
Hyacinth.
afternoon po.
Yes, Ma'am Hyacinth. Hello, good afternoon po. Can you help me spot the difference? Give me one, ma'am.
Yun doon po sa chair, nawala po yung horizontal na, hindi ko pa alam anong tawag doon, support.
Yeah, very good, ma'am. With that,
Thank you
I
po.
will give you points. Okay? So, Ma'am Hyacinth, okay, you received 3 points. Sabi, ma'am, the metal connectors of the chair. Okay, that's fine. How about others? Can you spot another difference from this picture? Yes. Ma'am Janine, is it Janine? Grace? Ma'am Grace? Is it Janine Grace? Sorry if I pronounce it wrong. Ma'am Janine Grace, are you there? Yes, ma'am? Would you like to share something? What it is that you found in our picture? Okay, let us follow another one. How about Ma'am Rochelle? Okay, Ma'am Rochelle, the very gorgeous Rochelle. Yes, Ma'am Rochelle, how about you? Aside from the metal connectors of the chair, what else did you find different from our picture?
Hello po, good afternoon po. Yung mga nasa wall po na hanging, parang hanging, ang tawag po dyan? Ito po mga nasa wall, meron pong frame na parang may cactus. Yun po, ang
This
isa.
one.
Yes po, ma'am.
Alright, so I'll give you. Thank you, ma'am. Okay, very good eyesight. How about another one? Let's make it fast. Buzz in now. Ma'am Anna Marie. Is it Ma'am Anna Marie? Another beautiful teacher.
Yes po.
Yes, Ma'am Anna. What have you
Hello po.
found? Yes po.
Dinig po ako. Ay. Yun po ang ano po, plant po na nakapatong sa isang table.
Okay, so this one, ma'am. Alright,
Yes
it was to the second picture. So much, ma'am. With that, you receive 3 points also. How about another one? Last 2. Okay. Ma'am, sir. Sorry, sir. What is the name? Kester? Is it Sir Kester? Kester?
Hello po.
Opo, nabubukas yun. Sabay dati choking, ma'am. Kester?
Yun po ano, yung picture po ng plant doon sa table, naka-flip po.
Yeah, the flip. Okay. Thank you so much, sir. With that, you receive 1. And last but not least, of course. Okay. Yes, Sir Sibling, the very active Sir Sibling. Yes,
Good
sir.
afternoon po.
Good afternoon.
Yung hanging shelf po sa far right. Yung may
Okay.
malapit po sa frame na puti.
Yeah, this
Yeah.
one. All right. With that, thank you so much, you have a very good eyesight. Okay? Parang ako yata ang talagang hirap na hirap umanap doon. Kaya nakasalamin. Okay, so we have another activity here. Aside from spot the difference, aside from the buzzing experience, we have here the works collection. Okay, let's begin with the works collection.
Ang una ay yung
Dito na tayo sa
ano po,
picture. Okay, so let us first have this activity.
yung
So, in HiTeach,
wala na kayo.
students will also be able to draw or handmade or creative board material. So, I will be pushing this
Kayo na ang
page
naggawa
to you. Once you push the page, you can edit. Okay? For you to be able to draw and composition that represents your emotion at the moment. Okay? So, I will be waiting for your output, my dear teachers. Again, you are going to click on that page that I have sent you, and then you're going to draw an emoji that represents your emotion at the moment. Wait, no. We're having some issue in our speaker. Can you still hear me there, teachers? Wow, I already have here 9 seconds. Oh, very good. But I want you, of course, to draw using the material I have sent you, like this one from Ma'am Sheila, from Ma'am Judy. Ayan. I want sent you, but there's no problem, okay, by making your own drawing, okay? Yeah. Well, I'm Ma'am Sheila. Ma'am Sheila, is it okay to explain your answer?
Hello?
I'm quite confused. What emoji is that, ma'am?
Hello, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
I drew the wow or amazing emoji because right now I feel amazed and it just uphold my emotions and how are we going to use that new platform in teaching.
Wow, Ma'am Sheila, that made me so happy. And that means that I amazed you with our HiTeach fire system. Thank you so much. What about the word from? Okay, kanina drawing ito, ma'am. This is from Julian. Ma'am Julian, I can see that happy face. Okay, how happy is that? Talagang abot tayo na ba yan, ma'am? Ma'am Julian?
Good afternoon po.
Good afternoon, ma'am.
Kasalukuyan pong umuulan po dito pero I'm very happy po na maka-attend po dito dahil mayroon po akong natututunan na panibago that I can share with my co-teachers and of course that I can use in my learning teaching. Thank you po.
Thank you so much, ma'am. That's good to hear po. Teachers are really patient to learn. Ano po? And that's good to hear po. Now, these pictures actually can be pasted. Alright? These pictures can be pasted to your page. So look how I'm going to do that. Alright? Okay, so to recognize the output of your students, you can actually paste it to your presentation. Okay, so clap, clap, clap to everybody. With that, I will give all of you, all right, 5 points each for the group. Diba? Because I know it's raining so hard right now in other places, but still, you are staying with me. Okay? Ganun talaga po, teacher. Anyway, this will all be worth it because soon you will be using this kind of HiTeach system. Alright, so we have another task or activity which is the object. Okay, when I push this page to you, you will be able to arrange the following pictures, to do a sequencing activity. Okay, ma'am and sir. So wait for it to be sent to your IRS speaker. Again, you will be doing a sequencing activity where you're going to drag the pictures to its particular place. Okay? Then in the first, second, or third, which comes first? Which comes second? And which comes third? So with this, I will be giving you 30 seconds. Okay, let's see. Wow, very good. You already have 4, 5. Okay, please keep on sending in your answers with your teacher, sending in your outputs.
Tingnan natin kung makakapag-ibukan.
Okay. I will show you how you are going to do that. For those who are having some time, and also,
Tingnan natin kung makakapag-ibukan.
okay, so when we push an object material or task, the students will be able to, of course, to drag the items to accomplish the task, like what I'm doing right now, okay? So again, the objects can be moved to its particular location. So that is the use of this object push icon, all right? So this is the object push icon. Okay, and don't forget, of course, to send in your answer. Use the arrow to send in your answer. All right. So let's go back. Can you check your answers? Wow, I'm so happy. I have 84 outputs. I have collected 84 outputs. Now, okay, we have here side, okay, Ma'am Hyacinth, all right, Ma'am Mary Rose, Sir Brian, okay, then we have here, okay, see, Ma'am Sheila, were you not able to drag the items or the objects? Okay,
Yes,
so
ma'am.
again, yes,
So I
ma'am?
just draw a line.
Okay po. But it's okay, ma'am. No worries. All right? Because I can understand from the lines that you have drawn here. Okay? So with that, I will okay, so I give a point for everybody who has submitted their work. Okay? So thank you also those 106 senders. And then we have here another activity. Okay? Aside from the pictures, the teacher can also collect the audio. Teachers can also collect the audio from the students.
Wala na.
Sige, back mo lang na. Sa previous one. Okay, so again, aside from the pictures or images or files, even audio can be collected as task assignments of your student. I will just click on this task collection icon and then
Wait lang, ma'am. Wait lang. Wait lang.
okay, this one, I will click on audio icon. Sorry, not that one.
Patay. Mabagal ang respond ng computer. Yan.
Okay, okay. So it's just hard to take on the smart tip, okay? Because there are many icons here. Okay, so for this part, I'm going to push this page to you, my dear teachers. Okay, you are going to fill in the blanks and send this page back to me using an audio recording. All right. So I'm going to hear your voice this time. So I want you to send in your recordings. I want you to send in your recordings in 30 seconds. Sige, let's make it long. So that you can do it. Okay? I will give you one more for this.
Bukas nga pala. Ano na direct?
Na ang storage naman.
I am waiting for the timer to stop because I am so excited to hear your audio recordings. Okay? So this time, allow me to collect your audio recordings. We will now, stop the collection. Stop collecting, yes? Okay, I'm so excited to hear your audio recording. Let us first hear. Okay, let us hear first, Sir Mark.
Hello, my name is Mark Noche. I am from Calatagan Senior High School. My favorite food is carbonara, and I like to sleep on weekend. Nice to meet you.
Wow, we are the same, sir. No? We love to sleep on weekends. Thank you, sir. Okay, how about from Payapa?
Hello, my name is Geraldine A. Carolino. I am from Payapa, Ilaya, Lemery, Batangas. My favorite food is fried chicken, and I like to go to my friends on the weekend. Nice to meet you.
Wow, go to the friends on weekends. Of course, who doesn't want to hang on with their friends, right? How about Sir Kenneth? Let's hear Sir Kenneth.
Hello, my name is Kenneth Abriu. I am from Calatagan Senior High School, Calatagan, Batangas. My favorite food is burger and I like to swim on weekends. Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you also, sir. Okay, Ma'am Precious. Ma'am Precious.
Wait lang, ma'am. Sige, wait.
Hello, my name is Precious Dayan. I am from Doña Asuncion Martinez Memorial Elementary School. My favorite food is burger and fries, and I like to go to the beach on weekend. Nice to meet you.
Wow, bitch, on weekends. Very good. So with that, with all your answers, I will give points for that. Okay. Thank you so much, dear teachers, for sending in on time your work output. Now, we are going to move on with another task that we can give our students. Okay. So right now, when we discuss about the four asynchronized activities, like I have told you, evaluation, of course, comes last, right? Now, in this HiTeach system, it also allows you to get an evaluation or an evaluation activity to your students. So this is the assessment or self-paced test. We have actually three different assessment tests. The first one is the IS Cloud exam file. The second one is the instant paper test. And the third one is the Excel file where you can do prior to the session. Now, what we are going to do today, okay, I will be sending this page to your IRS so that you can see it as your reference. Okay, so here are the details of the different assessment tests. What we are going to do today is what we call as the instant paper test. Okay, so in our instant paper test, it supports three types of questions. By single answer question, multiple answers, and closed question. Okay, so this is what will appear to your students' IRS speaker once you have set the instant paper test setting. Okay, so we are going to do that. We'll just click on this icon. Okay, I will click on that icon and then choose the instant paper test. Okay, Ma'am Genevieve, can you help me click on that? The instant paper test. Yeah, that one. Okay, so here you can type in the test name. Say, for example, quiz or short quiz. Okay, then you can choose the type if it's single answer, multiple answer, or closed question. And then please choose how many items is that. Short quiz is 5. Okay, so my short quiz is 5 items only. Now the options, of course, I have there 4 options. And we can attach the picture of that material or that exam. Okay, so we can select file. Okay, we can choose from the current page or we can select from our file. So in this case, I need to look for the picture of the piece that I have prepared. Okay, and then don't forget to set the answer. Don't forget to set the answer. All right, Ma, can you do that, please? Kahit ano na po. The correct answer doesn't matter as of the moment. Okay, so we will just write there 1, 2, 3, 4, 1 as the answer. So you don't need to get the correct answer, dear teachers. All right. So let's start. Now our quiz is being loaded. 5 items. All right. And now our students, after loading in that material, will be able to have their assessment, self-paced test. Are you still with me, dear teachers? Okay. So as we can see here, we have the progress blank. Blue indicates the student has not answered. Red means there is already a progress. You're already answering the test. And when it turns green, that means that you have completed answering the test. Let me check. Okay. Student number 10, number 22, and number 43 is already taking the test. Okay. Let me check. Wow. Number 71, number 91, number 81 have completed answering the test. Okay? So as you can see, there are many of our students who have not yet started answering the test, but of course, there are some who have finished answering the test. Okay? In 1 minute, we are going to stop receiving tests. 15 over 300 and more. Okay. Again, let us give time for those who are still answering the test. Last 30 seconds. Thirty seconds to complete answering the test. I can see a lot of green graphics for blocks. Right? So that means most of you have already accomplished this. There's still people who are still on progress in answering. So since our timer has stopped already, we're going to also stop the test. Okay, so when I click on stop test, I need to confirm. Of course. Okay, it will give you the result of the test. And again, it will be reflected to the IRS score of the student. All right? So, okay, so let us check. So see, we have here 27 students who got the correct answer. 28 correct, 56 wrong. Again, do not worry, do not worry. Because this is just an example. So we will not take on the correct answers. Alright. So with that, let us now move on. Yes. Yes, Diana, are you trying to say something?
Wala po.
Ma'am Viviana, are you trying to
Yes
say
po.
something? Yes,
No,
ma'am.
ma'am.
Go on.
No po, ma'am. Accidentally pong nabukas po yung mic. Pasensya na po.
No problem po. Okay lang po. Sige ma'am, I understand. Alright, so with this self-paced quiz, HiTeach will generate the data analysis immediately after the test. Okay po? So students will be able to show how well they understand the lesson. Now the HiTeach 5 realize modern instructional concepts. Okay? Interactive learning, fast learning, assessment learning, and differentiated learning, all in one system. Interactive, okay, the tasks are different from each other. assessment learning because we have done the self-tests. And no one will be left behind because we have the differentiated type of learning. All right. So this is our instructional concept. All in one with this our HiTeach 5 system. Now, if we are going to end the lesson, which is the last step, we can export our records like this one. Excel summary of the lesson data, compressed folder of the audio and graphical files. So all of this will automatically be recorded. Imagine, you don't need anymore to write in this course to the students because it will be reflected later. So say for example, I am now about to end the lesson. Okay, let us see what will appear next. Are you sure to end? Yes, if you are done with your lesson activity. Okay, and then after that, we are going to view our lesson summary. Okay, let us read because we have so many slide presentation. Okay, so we are now loading 16 over 25, 85. That means, how are you all doing, my dear teachers? We are here at the end, don't you worry. But I am very happy. I am very happy with all your reactions, with all your responses. You are all very active. Truly, the pride of Congressional District 1, which are soon to be AI master teachers as well, like us. Diba ba? So, we are now loading 72 over 85. We are nearing our lesson summary. Okay, let us try to reveal the summary. Okay, let's wait for it. Maybe because it's raining here also and our internet connection is getting weak. It's really like that. Okay, that's reality. And we have to get going. Okay, so where is our lesson summary?
Meron dyan na ano, dun sa notebook. Dun sa notebook, pwedeng doon mo i-export. Yung nasa notebook, pwedeng doon mo i-export.
This one?
Hindi, ito. Hindi, yung notebook.
Okay, so wait a minute, hold on. Okay, so here it is. So this is our lesson summary. Our attendance, 169 over 300 participated. The total points that you have gathered, 2,471 points. We have group 10. Okay, we have 3 different tasks, 251 words collection. I have pushed 11 items. Okay, inter scores of 3,220 and the responses is also visible. Now, when I click on this item, okay, or icon, when I click on that, it will all be recorded. The summary report that student works are about to be exported. So we are going to export them to see, okay, the outputs of our student. Save. Okay, let me confirm. And let us minimize that one. Let us look for our documents here to where it was saved. All right, so this one.
Wait lang.
Okay, so we have to unzip or extract the files. We have to extract the files first for you to be able to see the outputs of our students. So this one, as you can see, my dear teachers, it is already organized into separate folders. Okay, the output is already exported into specific folders. Now we also have here the Excel file of the students' performance. So imagine it's all set and done. The teacher already have the record for today's activity. I wanted to show you the extracted file.
Wait lang.
And for our task 1, okay, sige ma'am, make it large. The view. Okay, extra large. Yan. So we have here all the output that was collected by the teacher during our interactive activity. Okay, so bear it with us if it cannot be flashed right now because it's still loading. The file is still loading. What is important is that it is already exported from our file. Alright, so we are now going to continue with our last topic. Okay, so we are now heading on to our last topic. Click on that icon. That graph. Okay, so we are now nearing the end of our training session, but this last topic will help you understand what Sokrates Platform is and what it is that we will be doing using our Sokrates Cloud Platform. Okay, hold on, let us wait. Okay, so this one, it's taking too long, all right, but patience is the key. Okay, yan. So again, these are important points to end the lesson, to import the lesson. Okay, so we have here, okay, let me just elaborate on this part now. Okay, so once you end the lesson, of course, you need to exit HiTeach. So if you want to close HiTeach, you can just click on Hi, this icon, and then choose exit HiTeach. If you want to completely close the HiTeach, to stop it from running from your background, then you need to right click to end the HiTeach agent, which is at the bottom part of your desktop or your laptop. Okay? So now we are on the fourth topic, which is the Sokrates Platform and the double green line instructions. My dear teachers, it is very important for you, of course, to have your HiTeach license to execute lessons like this. So number 1, after completing all the above mentioned steps, A to F, which is in our instruction in a PDF file, which was sent to you, and also the site or the link that I have sent you. Participating all in the workshop, a 3-month HiTeach license with 50 students connection will be provided to your team model account. Okay, again, you'll be having your license for 3 months with 50 students connection. Now, number 2, you can extend the license for 3 months by achieving the T3 line, which I will be elaborating later. And you will also be able to extend the license for 6 more months if you will have a double green light video. What about this green light, double green light video? Okay, so for you to know the green light and the double green light, so we have here the T light and the P light. So the T light, okay, it is an AI Sokrates Technology Interaction Index, okay, that is based on the interactive features of the HiTeach. So how you use the technological tools of our system. Okay, now the pedagogical application or the PLI through the 6 indices, the data characteristics of teachers' teaching behavior in the classroom can automatically be analyzed. So with this one, under the PLI, it includes group learning, full class interaction, student-centered decision, full class assessment, individual learning, and multiple assessment. Of course, my dear teachers, I know that you are all using some pedagogical approaches when you are teaching, right? So when you do student-centered actions, decision-making, or full class interaction, then you are creating your pedagogical application. Now, this is the desired result actually Okay? For our P-Light and T-Light, you must attend at least a double green light for you to be able to extend your HiTeach license to 6 more months. Okay? Now, after knowing this, okay, the T-green light, the index has three levels. Okay? The green light must be above 70. Yellow light indicates 50 to 70 score. And red light means below 50. So again, what we wanted to achieve is a double green light. So meaning we have to reach score of above 70 when we do lesson recording. Again, when we do lesson recording. So we are talking of this T green light. Again, you need to have green light which is above 70 score. So I'm going to show you this example. Okay, so looking at this image, we have here beside the start lesson the letter S. When you click on the letter S, then you will be able to record your video lesson. Okay, the video lesson which will be viewed or which will be recorded into your Sokrates platform because that S icon stands for Sokrates. Okay, so again, when you click on the S icon, this is what you are going to view. Okay, so you have there your records is. You can change the lesson name. You can choose the channel. You can choose the category you are teaching, the subject you are teaching, the grade level, and you can choose how you are going to share the video lesson that you are going to make. Okay, be it private, in channel, or public. And you can also do some video setting. Okay, because you wanted to test the audio and the video of your recording. Okay, so to test the audio recording, you can do a 10-second test. Okay, to do the sound checking. And then you can choose the video source as well. And you can choose the microphone. And then you're good to go. You can start recording your very first video lesson. Now, okay, after recording your video lesson, this is what you will see. Okay, so you have here the Socrates icon, which means that you have successfully uploaded your video lesson. Okay, and once you have uploaded your video lesson and it is already there in your Socrates platform, you can see from your Socrates this example. Okay, you can see your Socrates video. This is an example video lesson of our AI master teacher from Geraldine Reyes. You can also see there the Socrates report and the lesson observation form. Okay, well, this one is my own video lesson. So this is from a Socrates video expert page and the AI page. What is the difference with that too? When you say expert page, you can see there the comments from your observer. Yes, we can do observation online. Okay, so through the comments from your observer, you can see here in our Socrates video, and you can also check on your P-Light and T-Light. So the T-Light and P-Light, okay, will be seen here. As you can see, it is a double green light. So I passed on that part, okay? Anyway, dear teachers, please do not hesitate in recording your video lessons because from that, okay, you will learn how you're going to improve your video lessons or your actual video recording. So I just wanted to show you the Sokrates platform, like what I have shown you a while ago. You can see there the different video lessons of the different teachers around the globe. Alright? So here are the different channels. Okay? So we are very thankful that we have this kind of partnership with Taiwan. And we are all very fortunate that we have it here in Batangas, right? Okay, so here are the example of school professional development community videos. It is also in our Sokrates Platform. The district professional development community, okay, and more learning resources. Okay, so number one there, you can go to our T Model YouTube channel to watch full videos of our lessons or learning resources. Number two, you can go on the tutorial sections of the T Model. Okay, to view all the tutorial videos, please do a screenshot of this. And number three, you can have this pictures, okay, in your HiTeach 5 to get more of the learning materials or resources like the clip arts, sample files, background tool, and many more. Alright? So these are so many pictures of this HiTeach 5. That all HiTeach 5 delivers all the necessary tool in smarter way of teaching. Now, thank you all so much for listening. And I hope that you are more interested in doing the same thing in your classroom instruction. All right? Thank you all.